Let's look at the global equity markets this week. In the global markets, stocks picked up and the oil steadied while the markets remained cautious. The investors are still worried that the Israel-Hamas conflict will spill into a regional war involving the Middle East countries. US stocks fall and the yields rise after strong retail sales data published on Wednesday. The retail sales data is up 0.7% in September and the manufacturing index rose 0.4%. The global indices this week are Nifty 225 minus 2.81%, Nasdaq down by 2.12%, DAX by 2.72%, and Dow up by 0.22%, and Nifty 50 was marginally down by 0.64%. In the indices this week in India, Nifty faced a 126-point loss, marking a minus 0.64% decline. And over the last 3 days, Nifty opened with the gap down candles consistently. So therefore, the market sentiment remains cautious and there is a definite downward bias in the markets. In Nifty 50 coming week, Nifty has maintained a steady hold at the 19,500 level in all of the 4 last weeks, and this level appears to be a strong support base with 19,450 to 500 marking a crucial threshold. A breach of this level could trigger a potential downtrend in the Nifty index. In the mid-caps this week, Nifty mid-cap experienced a 173-point decline, indicating a decrease of 0.43%. This week closed with an indecision candle, and this suggests an increased volatility for this week, and this is a culmination of the fluctuations we saw throughout the week last week. In mid-cap next week, Nifty mid-cap is expected to be range-bound between 39,500 and 41,600, and no breakout has been observed for 4 weeks, signaling consolidation, and investors are advised to be cautious. Looking at the Rupee Rakshak baskets, market cap-wise, not surprising to see that it is the gold and silver ETFs that are the top performers for the week, signifying the mood of the cautious investors who are flocking to the safe havens of these precious metals. And the other one is the best small cap stocks with a gain of 1.27%. The top 3 sectors in the Nifty index are auto with plus 1.86%, the PSE public sector enterprises up by 0.53%, and pharma up by 0.41%. The bottom 3 sectors are PSUs with minus 1.79%, and the financial services continuing their recent downward bias with minus 1.72%, and Nifty private bank at minus 1.7%. The top 3 sector baskets from Rupee Rakshak are the best of media stocks at 1.96% and the best of metal stocks at 1.87%. The metals continuing their stellar run with almost 60% upward in the last 12 months in the Rupee Rakshak portfolios. The best of auto stocks is again up by 1.86% last week. And the bottom 3 sector baskets are the IT with minus 2.51%, and the best PSU bank stocks with minus 1.86%, and the best private bank stocks at minus 1.4%. The IT here is indicating the weakness due to the ongoing crisis in the global markets, and then the bank stocks mirroring the recent trend. The top 3 thematic baskets from Rupee Rakshak are the best public sector stocks at plus 1.37%, the best energy at 1.21%, and the Mahindra Group stocks following suit. The bottom 3 thematic baskets are the best India Digital at minus 1.38%, and the best MNCs at minus 1.27%, and the best India Defense showing a little bit of a retreat from the year's highs at 0.37%. Coming to bond markets this week, the US Treasury yields hit fresh 16-year highs on Wednesday, continuing a massive bond sell-off. And the long-dated bonds saw big moves, with the 10-year rate topping 4.9% and the 30-year rate surpassing 5%. This follows last Wednesday's retail sales data that showed an upward trend, which is a good news that the US economy is doing well, but that also brought in fears that the Fed will hold the rates higher for longer, resulting in the bond sell-off. But later, the yields paired gains after a 20-year bond auction saw improved demand compared to the previous week's auctions. And in the bond market news from around the world, Chinese developer Country Garden misses payment on a $500 million bond due in September 2025. This was an interest payment of $15 million due yesterday, and the creditors are saying that they didn't receive this interest payment. In fact, Country Garden went on record saying that they will not be able to honor all the interest payment obligations this year, this signifying a definite downward trend in the Chinese real estate market. In Indian bonds news, rising oil and US yields push India bond yields higher. The 10-year benchmark 7.18% 2033 bond, the yield ended at 7.3465% after closing at 7.3264% in the previous sessions. In the commodity markets, gold advanced as the Middle East tensions spur safe haven demand. The spot gold increased 1.4% to 1,949.89 per ounce, its highest since last month. The gold futures jumped 1.4% likewise. The Brent oil is expected to average $92 in Q4, up from $85 per barrel previously, as per the analysis from Deutsche Bank. Looking at the RR bond baskets, the Rupee Rakshak bond baskets, the top 3 government bonds this week are the Government of India GSECs with a coupon rate of 8.3% and a GSEC of coupon rate of 7.54%. and another GSEC of a coupon rate of 7.4%, all with a yield of 7.3%. The top 3 state government guaranteed bonds are the Meghalaya Energy Corporation Limited bond with a coupon rate of 10.55% with a yield of 9.69%, and UP Corporation Limited with a coupon rate of 10.15% and a yield of 9.59%, and another UP Power Corporation bond with a yield of 9.2%. In the mutual fund updates for the week, equity mutual funds inflow see a fall of 30.4% sequentially in September 2023, a big fall this year. But during H1 of this financial year, mutual funds added a net of 7.7 crore accounts as against 5.6 crore accounts during the same period in the last financial year. As of October 13th, 97% of equity schemes have delivered double-digit returns in the 1-year period. So mutual funds a winner all the way so far. In the property updates this week, Brigade Enterprises acquires 9.71 acres land in Hyderabad for rupees 660 crore. And the Karnataka Deputy CM went on record saying there will be no property tax hike and there will be a drive to digitize documents soon in Karnataka. Mukesh Ambani's luxury real estate bet gets HSBC financing boost, and Grasim Industries to raise 4,000 crore through the rights issue this week.